Not nearly as, the weekend was fairly nice, except for that interesting little cloud pattern that passed overhead and produced a little hail. You might have seen that. But otherwise, we had a fairly nice weekend considering what it's going to look like for the rest of the week. Right now, we're at 55, and we're back to the damp and drizzly kind of weather pattern we had last week. Right about now, the northeast wind continues to blow. We don't have any serious fog or even cloud cover yet, but it is on its way. You can see actually this right here, that was a little band that came through that produced a little rain showers. We actually had a trace of rain at the airport yesterday, and that was on Sunday. But here's the big mass of clouds. It's coming up from the Pacific, and it's now riding up on top of our somewhat cooler air because we're in the 50s. This is temperatures obviously in the mid 60s, so we get an overrunning pattern. So we start off with clouds today. It'll be kind of damp again, and then by tonight, I look for a pretty good possibility of rain around here. In fact, overnight into tomorrow looks very damp. We are going to be looking at, of course, that area that's basically crossing over Texas for the next 2.5 days. And then I don't see any real clearing until possibly Friday, when we'll actually see maybe the sun. Meanwhile, this frontal system is going southeast rather, not a concern. There's the front that actually brought us that little rain over the weekend. Folks, it could be worse, it could be, look at these temperatures. This is the current readings right about now. 55 for us, in the 40s up in North Texas, but 6 right now in Chicago. And of course, the big story for the next couple of days is going to be on the West Coast. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show. We've got the overcast rolling back in. It's going to be damp and drizzly tonight. It's going to be pretty steady rain. Tomorrow morning, being Tuesday, I think it's going to be soggy. For those of you who need to get some work done, and there's a reason for it, is that this is Monday night, and then Tuesday this thing moves overhead, and that sort of enhances our rain opportunity Tuesday. By Wednesday, it does pull away a little bit, but we stay on the cloudy and soupy side of the weather, and then on Thursday, Friday, with a little luck, we'll see a little bit of clearing. So here is your 7-day forecast. Today, 69, tomorrow about 72. Then the Gulf air rolls back in. You can see how the temperatures get even higher into the mid-upper 70s, and that's when we see even more shower activity. So through Thursday, I don't expect you to see much sunshine until about Friday. On Saturday morning, we have a little frontal system. That one's going to come in and actually cool us down a little bit. A few breaks in the clouds, but I wouldn't call it sunny and blue for the coming weekend, just slightly cooler. That is your 7-day forecast brought to you by NEC Co-op Energy.